penis. Luvion, how's it going, man? Kami, how's it going? Manish, how's it going? Not screen sharing, by the way? Oh, a wrong one. Thank you. Chris, how's it going, man? You'd think after like a year and after like almost a year, I would get this shit down, but I in fact have not got this bitch down at all. Unknown, how's it going, man? Tired, but good. Dude, I'm so good. So I've been sleeping so little the last, I don't know, fucking while, because normally we just, like, me, with, again, with a schoolboy. Motherfucker, my hair's not oiled up, okay? The only thing that's oiled up is your ass cheeks when I'm about to spread them apart, you fucking raging cunt. Okay? Jesus. Whoa. Sorry. Okay, my hair's just wet, okay? Because I just took a shower. Fuck you. God. What did you think of the volume ending? I know, the music is awesome, Connie. Are you talking about the volume ending music that you gave? Oh. Dude, the volume ending was so good. I am somewhat glad that I pushed through the dog shit that was the middle of the fucking thing. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. The middle of the volume, there were actually points where I was like, I could just like start like Reverend Insanity or something. Like, I don't have to do this. I really don't. Like, it was so bad at some points. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you, dude. But no, it's like it's better now. That was good. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. That shit. Adam, fuck you, bro. Oh, you guys are so mean, bro. My hair's just wet. Okay, it's not oiled up or anything. It's just wet. I just got out of the shower. I finished Reverend Insanity Volume 1. Oh shit. All right, Unknown. We will get to that in time. Okay, we will get. I just gotta finish this bitch. Think about it. Really. We're like 250 times. We're like a quarter of the way through COI. Now, I know you guys want to say like, but listen. Like, we started this bitch in like basically the start of the year, okay? 2 months recorded the way through. We should be able to get this done, okay? Just have some faith. I'm not gonna lie to you though. If it keeps going through like highs and lows like this is gonna be a little rough. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Adam. I was gonna ask you how your foot's doing. I hope it's still fucking broken, you fuck. Yeah, that's what you fucking get. Star Zeno? Have I seen you before? Are you new here? Is that Dr. Z? I don't know. I'm back to sport, kind of, but can't play football for another year or two. Sure. What other sports you playing? Dude, oh sorry, look at that. Oh sorry, I got cut off mid question because Unknown fucking bullied the shit out of me for my hair. Dude, I feel so good. Because normally, so me, Romero, Devil, and Burnt have been watching, and Bug, and Uth sometimes, have been watching Game of Thrones. And so the only time that works for us is like, Harsh, how's it going, man? Is like 10 p.m. my time. So like 10 p.m. my time to like 1 or 2 a.m. we end up watching it. And then I have to get up at 7:30-ish for work. So I sleep like 5-6 hours a night. And I've been doing that for so long, like little by like I can handle that for a little bit. Like, I don't need much sleep generally speaking, but like over weeks and weeks it really does start to add up. And then normally I have to get up like early Saturday for my boxing lessons, and then Sunday always end up some fucking bullshit that I have to do, right? And so like I just haven't gotten any time. And today I went to bed at 9:30, bro. 9:30, like a fucking old ass man. And I woke up at 10 a.m. I slept for 12 and a half hours. And I woke up and I was like, oh, we feel good today. So yeah, I feel good. I slept for so fucking long. Gleam. My daily sleep schedule. Oh, dude, no. I couldn't sleep that much. Like, I feel good right now because, like, I haven't slept actual, like, good sleep for a while. But, like, I couldn't sleep that much regularly. That would... I normally, like, even if given all the time to sleep in the world, I will sleep, like, 7 hours, generally speaking. Like, my body will naturally wake up after that. Smokey, how's it going, man? So, like, it's just, it's good to... But it's good to get, like, a good night's sleep sometimes. Okay. I'm not getting this piece of shit. I don't know why I keep doing E and A in the same fucking place. I'm like actually fucking retarded. But here we are, okay? We'll be getting a D&D session next week. If I manage to not be a bum. Praise the heavens! But the optimal sense is there if you manage to not be a bum. And I wouldn't take that bet, so... Just get me out of here. I don't want to play anymore. Awake. Kill me. Oh! Oh, so fitting today. Awake. Ah, so fitting. The universe does play good jokes occasionally. Dude, my hair is almost long enough to put in a ponytail now. Like, probably like another month or two and I should be able to. I have a fucking hairband in right now. This way. Otherwise they just wanna fall like a fucking afro. Absent, present, late, excused, like things that your teacher would mark you as like on a attendance sheet. Oh, so clever. Solid. Great. Perfect. Background check, history check, audit, the past. That's for, oh yes, Smokey, I will get the, I wanted to put the volume 2 ending as a video, so I'm gonna put that up as a video probably tonight. So yeah, it's private. Just give me like, it should probably be up in like 12 hours or so, maybe a little less, but something like that. Wait, did that say 1 away? Wait, fuck. Someone tell me. Did that say 1 away? Hold on. One away. Okay, 1 away. How much do you like? Dude, I really liked it. The entrance of Geo was unexpected. Like, I was hoping Geo would have some kind of a bigger role in COI, because she was obviously really small in Lord of the Mysteries. Not a size joke, although kind of. So I'm glad we got to see her a little bit. Obviously, we didn't get to speak to her much, but we might get to hear more about her from Franca now. The reveal that the demoness, or not the demoness, the Madam Knight or whatever, is like part of the EBS cloister was like huge. I didn't even clock that. I think Kami and Dr. Z had to like spell it out for me. Like, I didn't even clock how big a deal that was. So that was really cool. Lumien's like internal, you know, coming to terms with the fact when like Termy Boris told him like, yo, like, you understand, I'm not the unlucky one here, right? It's you, you fucking loser. Get rolled. So, like, and then him coming to terms with like, I don't care, I won't accept it, was very reminiscent of like Klein's monologue at the end of Volume 5 for me, where like he's like thinking in his room or whatever, like, can I come to terms with the fact that like a king will ascend to angel, was it? No, not angel, to demigod, or whatever the fuck he was trying to ascend to. I can't even remember anymore. At the cost of oh no, he was trying to become the fucking, or he was trying to become Black Emperor, you idiot. He's like, he's gonna become a god at the cost of like millions of his own people. Like, is that a world I can live with? And he goes, no, I can't accept it. It was very reminiscent of that, so I quite like that as well. Sid, yeah, sorry. I might just, I'm gonna put that up as a video, so it should be up by the end of tonight. So give me like 12 hours or so. I'll definitely give you a heads up. I privated it for the moment. I'll put it up as a video. Background history audit. Great, solid, perfect view. Franca and Jenna, how bad do you feel about them? What do I feel bad about Franca? I feel bad about Jenna for like her mom and brother and shit, but why do I feel bad about Franca? I sent some art. Oh, Plague, thank you. Oh, I was about to ask that too. Pushcard, the only thing that's gonna be oiled up is your fucking ass cheeks, okay? Why don't you calm your ass down? Let's take a look. Factory fire. Ooh, cool. This is mostly the Taiwanese stuff here. Like I don't think there's a lot of like artwork in general, which is kind of sad. I get it. Don't get me wrong, because having to read through this shit is actually even kind of a fucking slog fest. But yo, does this remind like these things of like the cocoons in Sephora Castle a little bit? Like for the transmigrators? Obviously I know these are not transmigrators or anything, but like does that remind anyone a little bit? That was nice, that was nice. Get fucking rolled. Oh wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. I'm gonna assume that's Frank at the background? Did you come up with any theories till now? Bro, that's oh, this is so cute. Geo and Franca? Zaza, you going? Didn't you just show up, bro? Make some oh, dude, I will. Okay, I will. Okay, I will. I'm kind of free this weekend. I'll take some time to think about it. I might also just do it like in Discord. So, like I'll talk about it, and then I'll talk about it on stream as well. But like I'll try to come up with them and then kind of. Oh, Saj. You fucking bum. Oh, damn. Shit, that does look cool. I gotta sleep early fasting. Oh, true, Ramadan. Okay, yo. No worries. Appreciate you popping by, buddy. Damn, our boy is handsome. Say what you want. He's a handsome boy. I don't know why. His canine being like abnormally sharp here, it makes me think he's like a fucking he's a sanguine. No, sorry, he's a dirty vampire. Okay. No, Dr. Z is not here. She can't make me say it. Fuck it. This is the intelligence tester or whatever the fuck. Oh, my cute. I'm literally so stupid. I just need to read. Franca and Jenna? Oh, so pretty. That's definitely a Fuju. I don't know what that is. I see no difference. Ah, that's really good. Okay, you like Franca or Jenna more? Dude, Franca's a member of the Tarot Club. It has to be her. I mean, maybe if we can get Jenna enrolled in the Tarot Club, maybe, but right now, it's gotta be Franca, I think. Oh. Infinitive. Past. History background? Fucking Christ. Franca's better than fours? That's close, dude. They're really close. I would put them like equal to for now. Which kind of says volumes about how shit fours is. Because we've known her for so much longer. I just don't like her in general, bro. She's a lazy bum. But I would right now put her as equal. I'd put her as equal for now. Life. For slanders? Yes, sir. Fuck her. Minions? Minion? Dodgers. Life. I don't know. What is that? Background, history, life, past. I feel like I did that one. Car brand +2. Oh my god. Audi, Dodge, Infiniti, Mini. Oh my god. You know, Cufffish planned on getting Forrest killed by Amon, but he wrote her to be so lazy and cowardly that he couldn't find a way to... Dude, laziness coming in clutch? Hold on. I hope that's real, because that's so jokes. Anyone want to play chess? I'll play and then we'll get started. So, black, checkmate. What are you talking about? I can't play? No worries. I didn't want to play you anyway, unknown. Your peak rating scares the shit out of me. Doesn't have money. Oh, true. No. Here, yeah. Did I? Daily puzzle. These are always a bit harder, but okay. So I go here. He simply escapes. That's. But he's also a checkmate away. I have some attack. Can I go back here? Oh, this is it. So what's the plan? So this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. This? Okay, what's the fucking... Okay, it has to be the queen. Ah, got it. Okay. Very cool. So, any plans for the weekend, guys? Am I challenging myself here? What the fuck's happening? Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. When Taken? We can't. It's been a while since we played When Taken, but we can. Yeah, we already talked about playing reading Reverend Insanity after COI. That's all Uth though. If you wanted to read it, you gotta thank him for it. If you really don't want to read it, you gotta blame him for it. Either way, not my fucking problem. I don't even think the bum's here anymore. He's so distraught after Jenna's mom died. I hope so. If you're getting bored in Volume 1, that's really cooked, dude. If he takes now, I have to take, and then... Bro, he stopped watching the VOD when Jenna died. Oh wait, does he think Jenna's dead? That's joke. Oh, that's so sad. You were... Plague, say that again? Oh. Yeah, I agree. Hopefully, Smokey, hopefully. Yeah, caught me a little off guard here, I'm not gonna lie to you. Dude, this night is so fucking cooked. Like, this night would have to go, like, fucking back here. Kept watching the After I Thought She Died, and Kami said in chat, "Rip Jenna, bye." Kami, you fucking... Can go back here. Why the fuck is Uth still shadow? I don't know, bro. Uth is like the one guy who's been shadow banned for fucking for an eternity. Like, this shit's whack. I don't know what's happened to him. I read one more chapter to see how badly they disrespected Jenna without Kami instigated me. Listen, you can't listen to anything Kami says, okay? Listening to what Kami has to say in regards to this is like listening to me or Romero talk about like Game of Thrones, okay? We all have an agenda to push, okay? Don't listen to us. So that he can't just take here and then push here. I'm happy to just take this and just be done with it. If I take this, he takes this. I'm Demoness. Whoa, okay, spoilers. Thank you for that, I guess. I've got really decently developed pawns, so now I can just go. I guess I'm running on time. I'm not playing. Wait, is that Gojo? Yeah. Milosh! Holy shit, how long has it been? Is that Gojo? Bro, I just defeated the honored one. Get rolled, buddy. Aside from Yutao Kotsu, there is another person with the capabilities to defeat Gojo Satoru. His name is Hirumi Higurama, my goat. I'm sorry, any chance to mention my goat, okay? Whistle is the oiled up one. Now we'll play when taken. We'll play when taken next week. We'll play not next week. We'll play when taken after reading for sure. 263, 262. We finished 263, right? We're on 264, I think. Hirumi is just Gege realizing he needs Gojo to end the series, so he made a random character broken. Even then, bro, he didn't fucking do anything. Yeah, well, he did a lot, but he didn't beat. He wasn't the one to beat Sukuna either, the fucking bum. No, he did a lot, but he wasn't the one who beat him. Who beat. That one always had to be. He gave the biggest, but nah, I know. But he should have just, dude. The fact that Sukuna managed to fucking, I can't remember what happened. It's been a while, but like, didn't Sukuna come out not guilty out of the fucking trial or whatever? Like, that was the most cringe shit in the universe. Like, bro, this man fucking was resurrected, walks out and goes, "There's a lot of women and children in this era." Like, what the fuck, bro? Fucking execute him just for that. Aw, thanks, Sooth. Love you, buddy. A secret organization. Let us begin. Gotta judge him according to the hand arrow. No, like, no, that's... You can't just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You thought you had me defeated. You were close. Unfortunately, I am using this technique that has not been used since, that I've not had to use since the Han era." Okay? What is this technique? The oiled up one. And you're like, the fuck? I don't know. You guys kept saying oiled up one. That was the first thing that came to mind. I can shut up. All of you guys. I'm blaming all of you. Okay, shut up. I'm blaming all of you for it. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just getting some. I had to watch the VOD, but the rest of the anime was cool. Oh, okay, wait, did you get to watch it? Because isn't it on private? How the fuck? Now you're blaming me for something I don't know about. L streamer? Yeah, fucking get rolled, okay? You're a fucking mod. Yeah, you are fucking blamed for everything that goes on here. Oh, you haven't been here in months? Well, that's fucking your fault, bro, not mine. Don't blame me for that shit. Oh, I had school. Fuck you. Nerd. The fucking show. Okay, let's go. Okay. I know. He doesn't even send any art anymore. Fuck him. I did get to watch it. I save all this. Wait, Uth, really? Can you send me the recording, bro? Volume opening. Everyone is a hunter, and everyone is prey. Nah, I did, Milos. I'm just giving you shit, dude. Don't sort out. No. Deputy Director of the Lone Kingdoms, MI9, spotted in the crossfire of the Market District Terror. Fiery debate at National Convention on Eternal Blazing Sun's church role in Hugh Artois' assassination. Shocking malpractice. Negotiating the limits. Two churches in talks over parliamentary immunity restrictions. No oath, no immunity. Debating the rights of unsworn members. National Convention or Heretic Heaven. Hugh Artois shielding heretics behind Market District terrorism. The headlines from different newspapers stood out, capturing Jenna's attention under the blazing afternoon sun. She scanned the newspapers, witnessing the fervent debate taking place from different angles. Okay, hear me out, guys. Okay, hear me out. What are the chances they're not even looking for Jenna? They're like, you know what? We appreciate your service. You're an unpaid actor, okay? We're just gonna let you just scoot on by. We're not gonna ask any questions. Go do what you must. Got no questions. What if they're just like, we're not gonna look for, like, oh, we're gonna look, but like we're gonna look a little bit. We're gonna. He's like, oh, I've looked everywhere. Can't seem to find her. Oh well, she must have ran away. Jenna's gaze eventually settled on a wanted poster adorning the newsstand side. Fuck. Guillaume Benet, Polly de Roquefort, Lumion Lee, Celia Bello. Jenna stared at her own poster, finding it peculiarly enchanting. The portrait displayed bore no resemblance to her. Her features were almost reversed, except for the undeniable beauty, of course. Jenna had changed everything about her, with the sole exception of her beauty, of course. Even her brother Julian would fail to recognize her, let alone bounty hunters. And so, Jenna continued her studies at the theater day by day and entertained audiences with her voices at night. Making ends meet, her life remained largely unchanged. If it weren't for the daily newspaper debate surrounding Hugh Artois' demise and the ensuing conflicts, Jenna would have doubted whether her act of assassinating him was merely a dream born out of emotional turmoil. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. In my mind, what it looks like is like when you reverse the color range of something. Like color inversion is like what I'm thinking of. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like when you do this kind of cringe shit for photos or whatever. Like inverting the color, reverse inversion. No, it's just inversion, idiot. Reverse inversion is just keeping it the same because it's reverse. Based on Franca's finding and her own speculation, the official Beyonders seemed to appreciate Jenna's elimination of Hugh Artois. They believed she had made a significant contribution in eradicating a group of heretics. We know what color inversion is like. Milos is probably the only one here who can legitimately call me Unk, and it kind of even makes sense. Everyone else here is literally like a year or two younger than me, or even older than me. Like, Unknown in particular, when this motherfucker calls me Unk, it actually irritates the piss out of me. Because we're the same age. They employed an investigation as a pretext to aid Jenna's brother. In purging the malicious power that had destabilized his emotions, they cured his latent psychological illness and provided him with a legitimate occupation as a fitter. All under the guise of humanitarianism and support for believers. For Jenna, aside from... Still don't know. I know you're older than me, Chris, but I don't think you call me Unk anyway, so I didn't say anything. If Jenna lingered in the Market District for a few more days, the purifiers of the EBS Church would likely approach her, sharing common knowledge and taboos to prevent any accidental disasters caused by wild Beyonders. If it were a Beyonder from the Church of the Steam and Machinery, they may choose to observe her covertly, trailing her steps and uncovering her source of her powers. Depending on the circumstance, they would determine whether to apprehend her or transform her into an informant or play the long game to capture more significant players. What ages can call you Unk? I think given the age that I'm turning in 2 months, anyone under 18 can call me Unk, and it makes sense. The Purifiers, on the other hand, would adopt a more transparent approach, considering Jenna's substantial assistance in their cause. Jenna paid little mind to these matters. If the official beyond her sought to capture her, she would flee. If they wished to recruit her as an informant, she would comply. If they disregarded her altogether, she would continue to work as she had been. Retracting her gaze, Jenna, dressed in a grayish-white gown, stepped out of the theater. I'm turning 18 this year. Fuck you, don't lie to me. I don't know exactly how old you are, but I have a rough range, okay? And 18 ain't in that range, bitch. And 18? I would say if you're 18, you can call me Unk. I can live with that. I would say if you're 18 or younger, you can call me Unk. I can live with that. Because if you're 18, I turned 23 this year. God, that's disgusting to say. So, like, you're 5 years younger than me, so, like, I get it. Okay, fine. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. $18 is young enough that in Canada you can't even drink, okay? So, fuck you. I don't... Fuck you, Harsh, you dickhead. Retracting her gaze, Jenna... she turned towards a Rue de Bleu Blanche, seeking some rest before adorning her face with makeup, preparing to become the captivating, showy diva at the bar. Wait, Pushkar, how I turn 18 again every year? Bro, you're not... No, Milos, you can't drink in Canada until you're 19, actually. Pushkar, what's the age of... wait, why? I don't even know why I'm asking you. This motherfucker's gonna lie to me. What is the age to drink in India? It depends by state. The legal drinking age is 21 in the capital city of Delhi. Fuck you. You don't get to say shit to me. Fuck you, Pushkar. Talking shit about my country. Getting head ass. Legal drinking age is by state, so in some it's 18, I guess. The capital city is 21, so you can fuck right off. Your capital city is 21. Fuck off. Dr. Z, how's it going? Gotta wait to be 21 to drink alcohol, but can drink and use guns at... you can drive at 16. I think gun license you can get at... Not license, but to purchase a gun you can get it at 18, Kami. Dr. Z, how's it going? Capital is shitty due to pollution, so we don't consider it. It's your capital, what do you mean? Apartment 601. Franca, clad in a blouse, warmly greeted Lumion. The theater proves more profitable than anticipated. At the Heretics Estate charity auction after the post-disaster reconstruction, Martin had purchased the theater for 50,000 Burl d'Or and entrusted it to Franca. Most of the profits were left in her hands. During the auction, he also secured Auberge de Côte d'Or for 2,000 Burl d'Or. Occasionally, he dispatched individuals to conduct peculiar investigations, as if seeking to uncover some truth behind the disaster. And I know so many people in the US who rank as kids. The fuck do you mean rank as kids? Yeah, Dr. Z, we're just we're just talking about drinking ages. Not drinking itself. Okay, I'm drinking coffee. It's 12. It's noon. I'm not a heretic, though I do that occasionally. Lumion undoubtedly took charge of the daily operations. As the weather warmed, Lumion embraced the change by donning a light brown pair of trousers, a crisp white shirt, and a black waistcoat. Oh fuck, God, this music's again. I'm drinking coffee, Harsh. God, give it a rest. Not even Irish coffee. Rather than inquire about the profits of the theater, Lumion surveyed the surroundings and asked, I wish to know more about the organization we have joined. Let me increase the quality and see. Wait, do you want to see my iced coffee? Sure. Just slightly weird? Okay. What do we mean by slight? Okay, everyone's been fucking sassing the piss out of me, okay? But what the fuck do we mean? What does slightly weird mean? No, I tell me. The fuck does slightly... No, we're not moving on. Tell me. We're not reading. Tell me. I'll wait. The fuck does slightly weird mean? The fuck? Well, wait. Bro, I won't read. Bro, I'm growing my hair out. It's just wet. That's why it's shiny. I understand that it's quite shiny right now, but it's just because it's wet. I just took a shower before stream, okay? It's literally the reason. It's not, there's no product in here. There's literally nothing. It's literally just wet. I just took a shower. Dr. Z, it's 21 degrees in the house. I assure you, I'm not getting sick because my hair is wet. We're okay. Don't worry. You look like Eisen. Aw, thanks, buddy. Canonically, Eisen is like one of the most handsome people in all of Soul Society, so I will take that happily. The new Chinese software has weird hairstyles. Alright, what about the new Indian softwares? What has the fucking hairstyles there, Pushkar? Go on, please inform me. He had initially assumed Franca would inform him at an opportune moment, but after waiting for days, it seemed Franca had forgotten about the matter entirely. Franca was taken aback. You don't know? You joined it without any knowledge of the organization? Had it not been for Madame Judgment's confirmation that Lumion was a member, Franca would have suspected he was bluffing and hadn't actually joined. We got the Pushkar, you know what? You said you're turning 18 this year, right? Yeah. Come on, show us your fucking, right here, hairline, buddy. I'll go. My hairline's better than yours, I promise. My hair is better, I promise. My hair's fucking awesome. Look at this. Line for line, yeah. Okay, well, I don't know why the implication on that one, Kami, seems to be lines of coke, so we're not gonna... We won't go with that one, but... I assure you, buddy. Tomorrow in health advice. I'll write about hair. Look forward to it, friends. Ooh, sounds good. Please, maybe you can give some of our friends here who have shit hair, like Pushkar, for example, advice on how to get, like, you know, how to thicken their hair or whatever. I don't know. I, of course, have never had to bother with such things, but genetics couldn't bless us all. Get fucking rolled, buddy. Okay. Lumion explained sincerely, I was on probation before, and after passing the assessment, my Major Arcana card left it to you to reveal the details. Franca accepted the explanation, recalling her own limited knowledge during the early days with the organization. She settled back into the recliner, crossed her legs, and straightened her posture. We are members of the Tarot Club. Tarot Club. Upon hearing the word, Lumion, already seated on the opposite sofa, showed no surprise. After all major members of the organization adopted tarot cards as code names. The core members were associated with the Major Arcana, while ordinary members bore Minor Arcana. Franca's face lit up with pride. We are the most exceptional organization in the entire world. One could even argue it is amongst the most powerful. Because our leader is a supreme entity standing at the apex of all deities, my king. In other secret organizations, the deities they serve merely watch over and provide insight. They do not participate. But before Mr. Fool descended into a deep slumber, he convened gatherings in his divine kingdom for the major arcana card holders. What do we call it? A true divine council. Other churches may have so-called divine councils, but at best they are meetings held under the watchful gaze of a deity, not a gathering conducted in the presence of the deity with direct involvement itself. Raise the fool! Lumine had contemplated the Tarot Club's potential, but after all, Madam Magician exuded an air of mystery and power, yet he had never anticipated that the great existence she spoke of would be the leader of the Tarot Club. This shattered his notions of deities. Is Mr. Fool called the Fool because he holds the Fool card from the Major Arcana? He too is a member of the Tarot Club? That is partly a reason, Franca said. However, no one can confirm it, but I suspect it is because the Fool is one of the many honorific names bestowed upon Mr. Fool. Hence, when establishing the organization, he chose the name Tarot Club and assigned tarot cards to each member. But can we really address him as Mr. Fool? Lumine questioned, feeling that it was somewhat blasphemous or disrespectful. There is no issue, Franca said. It is said that Mr. Fool himself quite enjoys this form of address. In many ritualistic magics, you will, if you are unable to find a suitable recipient for your prayers, you can seek aid from Mr. Fool. Though the process may differ from your expectations, it will invariably lead to the desired outcome in a wondrous manner. The only caveat is that Mr. Fool is in a deep slumber, and we must not disturb him too often. According to my Major Arcana card, we should not do so more than once a month unless absolutely necessary. Reciting his name alone will not draw attention or assistance. In fact, it may result in failure and may even pose some risk. The power inadvertently released by the slumbering deity is capable of obliterating us countless times over. Weird thing is exactly, Dr. Z, it's actually true at this point. It's not even gaslighting. It just is true. He is basically half a Lord of the Mysteries at this point. So, like, yeah, the power from him, like, slumbering or whatever is, like, actually plenty to fucking rip their fucking skeleton apart. Franca cleared her throat and replied, my lectures wouldn't, wait. Lumine asked thoughtfully, what kind of deity is Mr. Fool? My lectures wouldn't do it justice. I don't remember all that much, to be honest. I suggest you visit Mr. Fool's cathedral and listen to the bishop's sermon. Oh, it's so peak. It's so peak. We used to pray for times like these. Mr. Fool's cathedral? Was there a cathedral dedicated to Mr. Fool? In Trier? Weren't there only 2 churches in Intes? Mr. Fool's church primarily resides in the Rorstad archipelago of the Sonia Sea. Bug, how's it going, man? And some locations in the southern continent. But due to the beliefs of many merchants, sailors, bounty hunters, and treasure seekers at sea, we often encounter followers of Mr. Fool at Levgeny Docks in the Square District. Later, for certain reasons, the 2 churches agreed to construct a small cathedral there for Mr. Fool, allowing passing sea merchants to offer their prayers. Oh, it's so peak! It's so peak! EBS and God of Machinery had to be like, damn, bro, like, he'd wipe us out if he wanted to. We gotta just give him a church. Nah, give him the church, it's fine. However, proselytizing or preaching outside the cathedral is strictly prohibited. Most Trierans are unaware of its existence. The Square District lay on the north bank of the Srenzo River, west of Trier. Levgeny docks bustle with various goods arriving from numerous ports. Sea merchants frequently pass through, while sailors sought to experience the vibrancy and prosperity of Trier. Good diaspora? True, Pushkar. Bounty hunters? Treasure hunters? It would have been cool if, like, Okay, maybe I'm like daydreaming a little bit, but like it would have been cool if like they said something like, oh, like a lot of the believers of Mr. Fool are like detectives or like bounty hunters or like rich aristocrats, or like it would just be like a cool little throwaway to like his or like magicians or whatever, to like his different identities. I don't know, maybe I'm daydreaming. To the west of Levgeny Dock stood Trocardo Personas, yes, thank you. Trocadero town, renowned for its liquor. Lumi nodded and said, I shall take time to visit and listen. What is the connection with Mr. Fool's Church and the Tarot Club? Yeah, but it would be a throwaway line. Money. It would just be a throwaway line. Like, it wouldn't... Like, it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything. It's just like a little... If you know, you know sort of thing, you know? That's not how you spell that. Why would they care? EBS and Steam don't overlap on client's pathway? No, but Plague, it's not about pathways. It's about every deity, whatever area they have, like in terms of like their believers, they don't want anyone, you know, stepping onto their territory, so to speak, because it dilutes their pool of believers, right? But if the fucking Lord of the Mysteries has some has some believers, what are you gonna say? No? Bro, you're fucking sequence 0. I'll wipe the fucking floor with you. Chill. Sequence 0 is Circus Master? That's actually not a bad one either. Ah, dude, Fool. Joker. I was so... What, did I say Joker? Did I say Clown? No, I said Joker, I think. Oh, so fucking close. So. Franca, sitting cross-legged in the recliner, had long pondered this question. After careful consideration, a smile curved on his lips as she spoke. Mr. Fool's Church is akin to an independent subsidiary of our Tarot Club. Each of our Tarot Club's major arcana cards represents an influential figure in the world, be it in reality or mysticism. I suspect that the Pope of the Church is one such figure. As for the major arcana cards, they may lead different organizations. While those organizations may not believe in Mr. Fool, they can provide assistance to certain operations of the Tarot Club. To put it simply, the Tarot Club is the highest governing body directly overseen by Mr. Fool. Each holder of a major arcana possesses a distinguished status and their own sphere of influence. And one such holder is the Fool's Church. How many major arcana cards do we have? I cannot provide an exact number as the deities, as the identities of the major arcana cards are well kept confidential. The only card we can interact with is the major arcana card to which we are subordinates. Well, mine is Madame Judgment. Mine is Madame Magician, Lumion added. Rinka chuckled. It seems that these two cards often appear together. Of course they do. Dude, these guys are gonna be best friends. Even their mentors are best friends. I'm like, I don't know if mentors is the best word, but that's the one I'm gonna go with for now. That's so good. Handlers is not a bad, but handlers makes them sound like convicts, so I don't know. It seems that these two cards often appear together. Yes, our Tarot Club has a member of scattering the entire deck of tarot cards at the scene after completing a task. We also place the card that represents us in the most prominent position. Isn't that a wasteful? Lumion interrupted. What harm is there in using a deck of tarot cards? Don't you find it cool? Franca muttered. You can leave the card that represents you, but what use is a deck without one? You have to buy a new one every time. If you visit the factory and custom order a large number of tarot cards with just one card, it'll be easy to spot you. I can draw it myself, Lumion proposed. But while he couldn't replicate the printed quality, he could capture the main characteristics of the Seven of Wands. Wouldn't something you draw have a mystical connection? Wouldn't you have to expend energy to counter it? We don't have to scatter them every time, you broke bitch. We don't have to scatter them when we're working on non-tarot club stuff. We don't have to scatter them during stealth missions, such as when we're on now. We don't have to scatter them when we're under suspicion. God damn it, how the fuck did he get me off track? What I wanted to convey is that due to the Tarot Club's customs and traditions, I've learned from various newspapers and gatherings about the more active Major Arcana cards. Madame Justice has appeared multiple times on the Mid-Seashire coast, in Trier and Backland. The Hanged Man has made appearances at sea. We have Madame Hermit and Mr. Sun, as well as Mr. Moon and Mr. Star from the southern continent. As for any other Major Arcana cards, I am unaware. Is that all of them? No, Miss Justice. Oh no, Miss Justice is there. Miss Justice, the Hanged Man, Madame Hermit, Mr. Sun, Mr. Moon, Mr. Star, and the two of them. No, it mentioned Mr. Star. It mentioned Mr. Star. Madame Hermit is there too. I think it mentions them all. Lumion realized that the names possessed an air of mystery and sophistication, unlike the mundane-sounding Seven of Wands and Two of Cups. Apart from the Madame Judgment and Madame Magician, this was the only Major Arcana card with confirmed sightings in Trier. Madame Justice. Lumion distinctly recalled that Madame Susie had mentioned the possibility of people from the West Mid-Seashire coast being beyonders of the Spectator pathway, implying that she had a good understanding of that coast. Considering that she and other psychiatrists were in Trier, their area of activity often overlapped by at least 2/3 with Madame Justice's. Furthermore, when Madame Magician mentioned that the two psychiatrists were equal and that a psychological problem involved matters at a high level, Lumion suspected that one of them was Madame Magician. Based on the fact that Madame Magician and Madame Judgment preferred to address themselves with major tarot cards and conceal their true names, it was more likely that the enigmatic lady sitting across from him was the holder of Major Arcana card Justice. Susie, on the other hand, seemed to be a subordinate Minor Arcana card. Dude, he's clever. He's clever. With these thoughts in mind, Lumion glanced at Franca. Were you planning to find a genuine psychiatrist for Jenna's brother within our tarot club? Franca was taken aback. No, I intend to approach the members of the Curly-Haired Baboon Society. I try not to contact my Major Arcana unless it's a particularly difficult problem. Although she always appears composed and willing to help, do you know, she's a true demigod and a prominent figure with godlike status. Oh, Geo, our little baby Geo is a fucking demigod. It's so peak. If I wasn't dead inside, I might cry, even. But, alas. I try my best not to contact, no, Marty read this. I can't burden her with trivial matters frequently. Although she says she doesn't mind, but who knows if she's being honest. Each insignificant problem may decrease her favor to me. When her favorability drops, a demigod has numerous ways of making your life unfucking bearable. Besides, you won't even know why it's happening. I usually try to handle things on my own. If that fails, I turn to Martin or other members of the Research Society. If that doesn't work still, I consider reaching out to Madame Judgment. I am pretty far on the spectrum, Dr. Z. I'm sadly aware of that. In any case, he was already in the process of writing a letter. It was... Oh wait, Lumion shared the same sentiment, but he had the excuse of reporting the mission status and suppressing Chermy Boris's influence. He could write to Madame Magician from time to time to gather information. In any case, he was already in the process of writing a letter. There was no harm in asking. Free Kami, true! Our goat is being suppressed! Observing that Franca's psychiatrist wasn't the same as his own, Lumion didn't mention Susie and nodded. Same here. However, don't hesitate to seek help when you need it. The resources and influence wielded by a major arcana far exceed your expectations. What you find difficult can be resolved in a mere command or thought by them. Wasn't my mystical item, the Ring of Punishment, incredibly powerful? Madame Judgment granted it to me upon request. She even allowed me to owe an equivalent exchange for time. I see how you got your potion formula so quickly, Franca said. You're not wrong, Lumion smiled. Ooh, I wish, bro. I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't. I'm not a... I'm on Moon Pathway. No, I can't read all day, but... Tomorrow we can do a longer stream for sure if you guys want. We can do that. I don't mind that. He believed that if we could acquire beyond her characteristics that complemented the Shadow branch, he could genuinely seek the help of Madame Magician in finding a saint-level artisan in crafting the corresponding mysticism to item. 6-hour stream? I don't know. You'll gotta... I don't know. Same time as today? Yeah, we can do the same time as today, Dr. Z. 6-hour stream? I don't know. $24 Yeah, I feel like there was a couple things that needed to happen before that, Pushkar. I don't know if you remember. It was a conditional offer that I made out. The condition is still outstanding, I want to be clear. This time is perfect for all the Asians to join, I think. Is it? Is the time in, like... I'm gonna go with India, because I feel like that's where the majority of people are from. From Asia. $11:30? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm taking a nap. He believes that if he could acquire beyond her characteristics that complemented the Shadow branch, he could genuinely seek help from Madame Magician in finding a saint-level artisan to craft the corresponding item. Compared to him, who was only a sequence 7, Madame Magician, who was already a demigod, was more likely to be acquainted with a high-level artisan. What happened to your wife? I'm not married, I never was. Thank God. Franca exhaled and continued this conversation. Every bearer of major arcana is a demigod. Hey? Is that true? Well, I guess if little Gio's a fucking demigod, I guess it makes sense. At the very least, the more active ones, with a high probability of even being a saint. At the very least, the more active ones don't seem to be at the level of a grounded angel. However, Madame Magician told me that the Tarot Club has more than one angel. God damn. Okay, who are the most likely to be an angel? I would probably put that at Leonard? No, not Leonard. Probably this little son. Maybe Alger, because he had a path by the end. Obviously 4s. Maybe Hermit? At least 8 saints and more than one angel? They're even stronger than the Aurora Order! True! Truly befitting the most extraordinary secret organization. Lumion sighed, wondering if the Tarot Club's core members were exaggerating to instill a stronger sense of belonging in their subordinates. Franca then added, "My dream is to progress step by step to a Sequence 5, then advance to a Sequence 4 of the Hunter pathway and become a demigod, granting me the right to obtain a Major Arcana card." Dude, I love that. The fucking, the requirement to be a Major Arcana now is, demigod, and Audrey joined as a regular rich girl. Audrey just joined as like a normal human. It's so peak. Dude, Audrey joining the Tarot Club then? Audrey joining the Tarot Club at that point is like buying Nvidia in 2007. She bought in at the fucking lowest and just held on. She stonks. She diamonds handed it all the way till the end. According to Madam Magician, obtaining a Major Arcana card isn't dependent solely on being a demigod. Lumion dealt Franca a blow to prevent her from being having overly high expectations. However, Franca didn't mind at all. In any case, my question will have to wait until Mr. Fool wakes up. When the time comes, demigods will undoubtedly be more qualified than other members to obtain a Major Arcana card. Oh, Pushkar, bald whiz. It's been a while since that emoji got rolled out. Although I will say that's mainly on... At this point, she looked at Lumion and continued, "Apart from us, there are 4 more Minor Arcana active in Trier? In total, 23 cards in the world. There may be fewer, but there may be fewer. 23 Minor Arcana? Yo. Many Beyonders find it fashionable to scatter tarot cards at the scene of an incident and intentionally try to imitate us. They might do it to misdirect the official Beyonders investigation. In Trier, the most renowned card is the Knight of Swords? The Knight of Dawn? Hold on. The Sword of Morning. At the beginning of this year, he detonated a warehouse belonging to the Southern Continent's terrorist organization, the Rose School of Thought. So then, if he's fighting the Rose School of Thought from the Southern Continent, that guy's got to be under either Leonard or who was the other one? Was it Emlyn that's in the Southern Continent? I can't remember. Was it Emlyn and Leonard? It was Emlyn? Okay. The warehouse concealed a significant amount of explosives, and non-human remains were found at the scene. Lumion listened attentively to Franca's accounts, gaining a better understanding of the Tarot Club and Major and Minor Arcana cards alike. Do Minor Arcana cards have gatherings in the world of mysticism? No. Unless we meet in person, like we have, we can only communicate through our respective Major Arcana. Yes, regular gatherings do take place between Major Arcana and Mr. Fool's Divine Kingdom. But Madam Judgment once mentioned that in urgent matters, with the assistance of our Major Arcana, we can communicate in a way that transcends reality, but such things are rare. Bullseye. Oh, it's been a while. Oh, that was really good. Lumion had no further questions. After chatting for a while, he heard Jenna's footsteps ascending the stairs. He stood up, prepared to leave. "Where are you going?" Franca asked. At this hour, there was nothing for him to do at Sol de Balbury, so you might as well stay and play Fighting Evil, the game Roselle had invented, the little shit. What do you mean, sealed vessel? What are you doing? Kami, what are you doing to me? Lumion smiled, a mix of emotions in his expressions. To the catacombs. The ashes of the lunatic Flameng and the Ruhr couple were finally being laid to rest in the catacombs. Outside the police headquarters in the bustling market district, Lumion, donning the enigmatic mystery prying glasses, climbed aboard the carriage adorned with painted irises. Two ordinary constables clad in black uniform occupied the seats opposite, their feet residing beside their somber urns. The name of the departed flickered in fluorescent ink. Taking his place across from them, Lumion caught the old constable's inquisitive gaze. What brings you here? What is your connection to these departed souls? He remembered that the two of the deceased had neither kin nor friend, and the remaining ones had a distant relative who trembled at the very mention of the name Flameng. Not only were they unwilling to come and collect the ashes and relics, but also reluctantly admitted that they were related by blood or marriage. I am their landlord, in a manner of speaking. Just a landlord? The constable asked. Officer, a landlord is a person too. They can feel for others. Unknown. Bye. I've shared a beer or had a chat with them. Accompanying their remains is the least I can do. The younger constable feigned disinterest, looking out the window. Youth suits you well, but in the motel or apartment business in the market district, guard against developing attachments to your tenants, or you will be deceived or heartbroken. After a few such experiences, your enthusiasm for others will wane. Lumion offered a perfunctory reply, and the constable broached another subject. We have Flameng's belongings. His kin refused to collect them. Would you like them? Or we can handle it ourselves. I'll take a look when I return from the catacombs, Lumion said. During the journey from the market district to the Place de Purgatoire, the older constable chatted away, alternating between engaging Lumion and attempting to draw his colleague into the conversation. Finally reaching their destination, Lumion disembarked from the carriage, cradling Ruhr's ashes in his arms. Despite his outgoing nature, Lumion felt a newfound relief, as if his ears had gained respite. The catacombs administrator, whom Lumion had seen before, awaited their arrival. In his mid-30s, of average build with curly brown hair, a thick beard, and slightly unturned eyes. Kendall, why is it you again? The older constable greeted. Robert, I heard you were coming, Kendall said, so I made sure to delay my other duties and be here for you. You didn't forget to bring the white candles, did you? That will be the last thing I forget, Robert. He fumbled through his pockets and retrieved 3 white candles and tossed them to his colleague. With everything in order, Kendall ignited the carbide lamp and turned around, leading them deep into the darkness. Along the way, they passed a few heavy doors engraved with 2 imposing sacred symbols, traversed a hushed corridor. Lumion was no longer such a stranger to this foreboding atmosphere. But the young constable displayed signs of nervousness, clutching Madame Michel's urns tightly. On traversing a broad avenue, illuminated by the gas lamps, the quartet arrived at the catacombs entrance. The natural cavern, subsequently modified, stood silently in the dim yellow glow. Skulls, skeleton arms, and sunflowers, relief depicting steam elements, adorned both sides. Etched on the lintel were both inscriptions in Intesian. Halt. The Death Empire lies ahead. Although Lumion had seen this before, he felt a profound sense of reverence. Unlike his previous curiosity and confusion, he now keenly grasped the gravity conveyed by these warnings. Beneath Trier's surface lurked countless perils capable of obliterating the entire city in a moment. These dangers included, but were not limited to, the Tree of Shadow, the invisible flames from the Fourth Epoch, the catacombs. And the catacombs situated here were unlikely to be innocuous. According to Ostra Truel, visitors who descended into the catacombs with lit white candles invoked the protection of a concealed entity. Lumion couldn't help but suspect that opening such a place to the public served to suppress some subterranean peril, much like the new city erected upon Trier in the Fourth Epoch. "It's time to light the candle," Kendall said. "We must ensure that we don't go out before we leave the catacombs." We must ensure they don't go out before we leave the catacombs. I'm having a stroke. If we happen to get separated, do not panic. Look for road signs. If you cannot find one, follow the black line above you until you reach the exit. With Kendall holding a carbide lamp, Lumion and the others ignited their white candles, casting a soft yellowish glow. As the 4 candles flickered gently, Lumion extinguished the carbide lamp and led the way through the boulder gate, entering the realm of the Death Empire. Lumion closely followed behind, clutching the urn in one hand and the white candles in the other. Suddenly, a chill swept over him, sending shivers down his spine. But the cold didn't originate from his surroundings, it emanated from deep within his heart. Simultaneously, Lumion felt eyes locked upon him, their gazes piercing his soul. Using the flame of his candle, he looked to his right and saw pits carved into the stone wall, each one containing a ghastly skeletal corpse. The hollow-eyed skulls stared at him lifelessly. Lumion didn't avert his gaze as he purposefully observed the corpse. He realized that the eerie sensation of being watched didn't stem from them, yet the feeling remained all the same. The instinctive urge to activate his spirit vision surged within, but he had changed since arriving in Trier. He had encountered enough to know that many warnings were inscribed in blood and tears by those who came before. I shouldn't look no matter what. Since it poses no danger, there's no need to search. Lumion muttered and turned his attention to the police officers beside him. They seemed oblivious to any anomalies and continued walking with Kendall as if everything was normal. This made Lumion suspect that the experience was the result of the qualitative change in his spirituality after becoming a pyromaniac. And just, yeah, and you gotta imagine that the police officers beside him are like, listen, I'm really sad the guy died, but if he was gonna die anywhere, the catacombs is a pretty good place, okay? We can just take care of his shit right here before we go. Under the weight of the countless gazes, his skin erupted in goosebumps. He cautiously looked up and saw a thick black line painted at the top of the tomb, with an arrow pointing towards the exit. As he advanced, Lumion noticed both sides of the path were covered with bones. Some were nestled in pits along the stone walls, others piled by the roadside. And some were covered by the tattered garments. Some lay bare, stripped of all burial items, their skulls coated in a layer of dark green mold. Carrying a diluted sense of decay. Decay reminds me of what that fucking secretary guy was saying earlier. Maybe it's nothing, but I don't believe in coincidences in this dog shit book. The catacombs were divided into multiple chambers, each designated by name, ensuring visitors could locate specific remains. Lumion and his companions followed Kendall through the narrow passage between the catacombs and the tomb memorial pillar. Ahead, they saw dozens of yellowish candles. At times, the flames clustered together like fireflies in the light, while other times they formed a river of dim starlight. Lumion danced around casually and spotted a bride, her face veiled in white, adorned in a sanctified gown. Beside her stood a groom in a black tailcoat, a floral handkerchief adorning his pocket. Surrounding him were 30 to 40 youths, holding candles and laughing merrily. "What's happening?" Lumion asked. It's part of a wedding ceremony, Kendall scoffed. I thought this was a fucking... I thought that was a hallucination. This is happening? Since last year, newlyweds have been bringing young guests into the catacombs. Crossing paths with the deceased, it has become a popular tradition in Trier. Young folk are always daring, taking pride in their courage and delighting in scaring others. I've seen guests purposely pick up skeletal hands and pat the bride and groom on the shoulder. Bro, just kill them. Listen, just kill the bride and groom. You're honestly doing them a favor, okay? They're gonna die of some godforsaken fucking curse in 5 years. It's gonna take out their whole fucking family with them. At this point, just get it done over with right now and just do them a favor. Oh, you Trierans, Lumin shook his head. It didn't take long for the four of them to reach their destination. In the center stood a black pedestal, atop which an obelisk painted white bore the emblem of the sun. At its peak rested an ancient extinguished oil lamp. The walls and floor were filled with bones, urns, and countless tear bottles. Where are Fleming's relatives? He had wanted Fleming to rest alongside his children, wife, and parents. After a while of contemplation, Lumion suddenly understood why Fleming hadn't specified the location of his kin's remains. I think, listen, no, I still think it shouldn't get wiped off the map, but like, I think if you could do like a very specified spell, like, you know, to people who are like really messed up or whatever, and just like kill them from Trier, I feel like you take out like 40% of the population or whatever, but like, a job well done, I say. After a brief moment of contemplation, Lumion realized why Fleming hadn't specified the location of his kin's remains. Wait, no. Where are Fleming's relatives? Lumion asked. He had wanted Fleming to rest alongside his family. After a brief moment, Lumion understood why Fleming hadn't specified the location of his kin's remains. He felt gifty. I'm actually having a stroke. He felt guilty and self-reproachful. Fleming desired to be with his family, yet didn't dare approach them. He intended to stay in the same chamber and watch over them from a distance. An indescribable sorrow enveloped Lumion as he stood silently, choosing to honor Fleming's wishes. He chose an empty spot and placed the urn of the troubled soul. Once Robert and the others arranged the urns of the Ruhr couple, the four of them offered simultaneous prayer, either uttering "Praise the Sun" or by steam. On the way back, they encountered the newlyweds and their young entourage. As Lumion brushed past them, he noticed a young couple in the group. Seizing their moment when the tomb administrator's attention waned, they attempted to blow out the candles in their hands, curious to see what would happen. Okay, kill him. Kill him. I'm telling you, just kill him now. Whoosh. They done did it. The two yellowish flames were extinguished, and in an instant, Lumion's mind went adrift. Regaining his composure, he realized the young couple had vanished without a trace. They're gone. Lumion's eyes widened as he tried to understand what was happening. After a few seconds, he accepted the inevitable truth. The couple had truly vanished. Listen, I'm not saying like I'm not saying you should give me like brownie points or whatever. I'm just saying like I fucking called it, okay? I fucking knew those guys were fucking idiots. Lumion shifted his gaze back to the entourage. Whether it was the newlyweds leading the way, the attending guests, or those at the rear, no one seemed to notice anything. They all continued to joke, smile, and move forward. Wait, do we know what's a good place to end here? Fuck. Luvian, I'm gonna need you to get me some chapters ranges again, bro. I'm sorry. I know. Oh, God. After 267? So end 267, then we can call it, I guess? I'm gonna end anywhere. Okay. Alright, thanks, Kami. Alright, Chris, so I should end it here then, you're saying? I can end it anywhere, right? So I can just end it here? Alright, guys, we'll end it here. Chris says so. We won't read 267. It's all good, you know. We had a good time. Alright, bye, guys. No, I'm just kidding. One more. We'll do one more. Artwork? Wait. There aren't any chapters that need to be read together yet? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we'll do When Taken. Yeah, we'll do When Taken. Okay. Let's do one more chapter and then we'll do When Taken. Hey, we got through like 6 chapters, you bitch. Fuck you. Or like 5. 5. We got through 5 chapters, Kami. That's pretty good. What are we talking about? Listen, there's only like 1,000 chapters left. Only. For a moment, Lumion thought he might be seeing things. There was no sign of the couple, nor any attempt to put out the candle flames. That's bare minimum? Bro, this is the bare minimum versus princess treatment argument we're having here. What are we doing? Okay, motherfucker, I started at 263. I'm like pretty sure. No, I was just kidding, Dr. Z. If Lumion hadn't witnessed it, or had been well aware of the dangers lurking in underground Trier, he might have questioned whether the problem was with his own mind rather than searching for any traces of the couple's existence. The people behind the couple hastened their steps to catch up to the person in front, closing the gap. They showed no surprise, no fear or confusion. Everything seemed fine. Lumion, already aware of the countless unseen gazes upon him. There did 12 chapters to yesterday? Goddamn. Felt the goosebumps on his skin intensify. Subconsciously. Okay, call me crazy, Kami. Did I not do like 11 or 12 like 2 days ago? Am I nuts? Am I crazy? Am I making that up? You tell me. Clad in yellow trousers and a blue vest, Kendall had an unextinguished carbide lamp in one hand and quietly burned the white candle in the other. He walked directly towards the exit of the catacombs, seemingly oblivious to all that was happening around him. Is something the matter? Kendall asked. I'm afraid I might get lost, Lumion said. Then I'll slow down, Kendall nodded. He continued towards the exit, deliberately reducing his pace. He staggered slightly, remaining silent, resembling a zombie from a horror movie. Lumion held the flickering yellow candle and passed by the laughing wedding party participants who occasionally made eye contact with the white skulls. They really didn't notice that something was watching. When they leave the catacombs, will the families of the men and women discover their absence? What the fuck is... How did they not notice that the fucking bride and groom have gone missing? Is Lumion losing his shit? What is happening? I've always wondered. The catacombs are open to the public, and university students often take risks and dance among the bones. Are there really no issues? Even visitors, guided by the catacomb administrators, disobey their warnings. Yet alone youngsters who venture in with a solitary white candle. Any ideas? I mean, the easiest one is obviously the fucking the Marauder pathway, because you can just yoink. I stole the thought of you from everyone's memories. Get rolled. Why do the government and 2 churches continue to open such a perilous place? Do the catacombs require a constant flow of people to keep something suppressed? Oh, a spectator could make them psychologically invisible, also true. Are those who disregard the warnings deemed necessary sacrifices? The more Lumion dwelled, the more his hair stood on end. He'd forced himself not to delve any deeper into the analysis. Without sufficient information, he couldn't explore the matter any deeply. Regardless, there was nothing worth investigating within the catacombs. Visiting occasionally posed no threat as long as he adhered to the rules. Once they entered the catacombs, the talkative police officer Robert fell silent. With his silence, the conversation ceased. In the indescribable silence, the quartet retraced their steps to the unnatural entrance adorned with the intricate relief and emerged back into the open. Could it be the secret suppliant pathway? I don't know how, but I'm just thinking like something about shadows. As soon as Lumion approached the threshold, he sensed the countless invisible gazes vanish. The chill in his body dissipated. Robert exhaled. I always feel uneasy when I'm in the catacombs. Kendall, how do you go down there so often? Do you think we are unaffected? Kendall chuckled. If we are not on night duty, those with families rush to find their wives. If not, they head to places like Rue de Muraille to bask in the warmth of others. To be honest, after spending so much time there, I feel like I'm turning into a corpse. The death pathway? The white candle would also kind of make sense for the death pathway. But how would the death pathway make someone just vanish and no one realize? Okay, Dr. Z. Returning to the surface, Robert glanced at the police headquarters carriage parked outside the entrance building and sheepishly smiled at his colleague in Lumion. That prolonged discomfort makes me need to use the loo. Wait for me, I'll go to the restroom first. With that, he headed to this two-story building painted a muddy grey, which served as the ticket office for the catacombs. Lumion gazed at the stone-engraved dome and positioned himself by the pillar at the edge, absent-mindedly observing the pedestrians on Place de Purgatoire. The other police officer boarded the carriage and settled in to wait. At that moment, Lumion felt a sudden chill. Instinctively, he turned warily around and asked Kendall. "What's the matter?" Lumion asked. "What were you looking at?" Kendall said. "What aspect are you referring to?" Lumion's heart sank when we passed by that group of people on the way back. "I find the concept of a wedding amongst the dead intriguing. They seemed so unafraid." "Do not imitate them," Kendall said. With that, the tomb administrator carried the unlit carbide lamp and made his way towards the muddy, grey building that housed them. In the evidence room deep within the corridor, Kami's telling you to shut the fuck up. I didn't do that, okay? Kami did that. Get mad at him. That's not my fault. Before long, the police officer, Robert, jogged back. In the evidence room deep within the corridor of the first floor, Robert led Lumion to the wooden frame divided into multiple compartments and pointed to them. "Here, Fleming's belongings." Among the items, there was a dark suitcase, a fountain pen, paper, an ink bottle, and several large books. Lumion pulled them out one by one and skimmed through the pages of the book. He realized it was a mineralogy textbook focusing on Trier's underground rock formations. As an unschooled youth, the content proved rather challenging. With numerous unfamiliar words that were exclusive to mineralogy, the other books were also mineralogy texts. some containing basic teaching material while others comprised of complex collection of papers. Confirming this, Lumion retrieved the suitcase, placed it on the floor, and opened it. Inside, along the 2 sets of clothes and daily essentials, the suitcase were filled with small grayish-white cloth bags, each bag with a different name written on it. Flour, sedge, sheep. Okay, I'm gonna turn off. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna quiet down Discord, because that shit's irritating the piss out of me. The most boring of sciences? True. These are the names Fleming mentioned? Referring to the various rock strata beneath Trier. Could these bags contain corresponding mineral specimen? Lumion briefly recollected Fleming's words and formed a rough idea of what the cloth bags contained. Despite the madness, Fleming hadn't forgotten to bring along his research subjects. But all of this held little significance for Lumion. And he began contemplating letting the police headquarters handle them. Just then, Chermy Boris's voice resounded. The cloth bag on the far right. Oh, the fucking loser deigns to speak again. Lumion's initial reaction was to mock him, but he turned his gaze towards the cloth bag, hinted by the angel. The cloth bag rested on the far right on the suitcase, sandwiched between Fleming's socks and his razor. Earth blood, it said. Earth blood? Lumion, crouching beside the suitcase, silently muttered as he casually picked up the cloth bag in front of the police officer and opened it. Inside the bag was a brown rock pockmarked with potholes. Each depression contained dark red speckles containing blood, resembling blood seeping from the earth. For some reason, just looking at it filled Lumion with a sense of frustration. He refrained from touching the specimen with his hands, instead securely tied the cloth bag and placed it in the suitcase. He swiftly skimmed through the book detailing the materials found in Trier's underground rock formation. With a clear target in mind, he quickly discovered the answer. Earth blood rock stratum lies between 55 and 56 meters underground Trier, with a thickness of approximately 0.76 meters. The deepest mineral we can gather. Beyond lies the forbidden ancient ruins reserves. So this has got to be some shit regarding the Red Priest or something, right? Because I would imagine the old Trier would have something to do with Red Priest, because that was the original, like, that was the pathway of the original ruling family, right? Sauron? Einhorn? Blood would also kind of track with that, with the Red Priest. The small number of ores within the earth blood rock stratum are far more peculiar than the others. They are suspected to contain volatile toxins that induce irrationality and lead to the mental illness known as mania. A researcher suddenly... Let's sing Medici? Well, because he's still alive, the bum. A researcher suddenly went berserk and slashed his colleague. To handle specific mineral specimens from the earth blood rock stratum, one must wear the corresponding gear. Alright, bye Pushkar. Appreciate you popping by, buddy. The earth blood is a rock stratum near the 4th Epoch Trier. It's rather peculiar. No wonder Chermy Boris made me pay attention. As Lumion pondered, Robert urged, "Do you want them or not? Make a decision." "Yes," Lumion said. Even though he only desired the mineral specimen from the earth blood rock and the mineralogy textbook detailing Trier's underground rocks, he took possession of all of Fleming's belongings to avoid suspicion. Upon returning, Lumion neglected to wash off his makeup and asked, "What makes this mineral so special?" "Don't tell me you think it is normal for the Mosuri ghost to spare Fleming," Chermy Boris said. Hold on. You're saying this little thing is something so powerful that even the Mosuri ghost was like, "I'm not trying to get near that fucking bitch, you know, it's a little strong. I don't know about all that, brother." All right, let's do one more chapter because I did start at 64. I thought I started at 63. We'd start at 64. Okay, we'll do 5 chapters. No, I don't want to do any less, lest I get called a bum. Well, I'm gonna get called a bum regardless, really. So I guess it doesn't really matter, but all the same. You know what? Before we do that, let's play When Taken, okay? And then we can read the last chapter. Okay. Aw, thanks, Dr. Z. Oh, hold on. Ober's de Cote d'Or. Okay, so definitely France. Is that a fucking Corvette? Is that a CO7 Corvette in France? In France? Do you know how much of a fucking baller you need to be to have a fucking Corvette in France? Bro, there's more French than France? Nah, I don't think so. Le Soccer AEC. That's interesting. Because it says soccer. In France, I would presume it would say football. Football? I don't know how you say football. I don't know how you say football in French. That is interesting, though. Switzerland or like Luxembourg? It could be Luxembourg. That's actually not a bad idea. 1640? That better not be a fucking date, bro. Favorite YouTube streamer? Who's your fucking favorite Twitch streamer? I'm not judging, I'm just asking. Okay, I don't have anything else. Bro, where's my fucking map? Cringe shit. What the where's my map, bro? Okay, you think Luxembourg? We can go with Luxembourg. Luxembourg would be close to Germany. It'd be around here, no? Oh, here. Oh, Luxembourg. His name, and he streams like Roblox and stuff? Oh, okay. I really need to get a new computer. Look at this. Look at the type of shit. Look at the type of shit my computer's starting to pull on me nowadays. It didn't even occur to me for 1 second. I didn't even think for 1 second. Dude, the next state over. It's right beside me. I didn't even think for... Okay, this is some... Can I move? I'm stuck, right? Oh, wow. I didn't know I could do that. That's cool. That's Romero's house, Sri Lanka. It's not... That's not far off. That type of... It's very blurry, but the type of language... I don't think this is India. This might be Sri Lanka, but it might also be like Bangladesh or something. Or Nepal, it could also be. Yeah, that subcontinent. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go with Nepal, though. So I'm feeling Nepal. Kathmandu. 2012. It's Canada again. Cambodia. Ah. If your PC wasn't this slow before, then instead of getting, you should first try factory resetting your book. Should speed back. Yeah, I should do that too, Smokey. That's not a bad idea. Okay, this gives me. Is that? UK? You think so? I don't know. Maybe like anything. I don't know. I'm gonna go with UK. That work and suddenly my computer imploded. What? Nice. Okay, cool. You get a new one? Go with London. Go with London in the 1970s. Really, Kami? Really? No help here? Really? Is this a clan rally? What the fuck is this? You think they're beating someone up down there? You think they're like, no, Christopher, oh, you should have fucking. I don't know what this place. This looks like, I don't know. You gotta imagine they're like beating the shit out of like a couple people down here. Why do I think that? I don't know. That's inauguration of tech. That is not even at all. You gotta imagine this guy's getting fucking jumped. I once again think the white clothing makes me think like the type of clothing also makes me think it's like it's not European, because that doesn't. This looks like vaguely I don't know, like Middle Eastern or something in terms of clothing. Maybe. Go like here, I guess. 1960? Madagascar. Okay, not 1898. Goddamn. Okay. Madagascar. Goddamn. This is Italy for sure. Nah, this is, you think this is Russia? What makes you think oh, he's fucking lying. Oh, he's right. He's building right. Portugal. And we did really bad. 600. Hey, passing grade. Passing grade. 60%. Passing grade. We take those. No problem. Okay. Upon hearing Chermy Boris's question, Lumin felt a jolt of alarm. He had never suspected that there may be something amiss with Flameng's prolonged stay at the motel. From Lumin's perspective, Flameng's immediate family and wife had already met their demise, and it was only a matter of time before he met a similar fate. The archives at Psychic's headquarters revealed instances where victims had been slain by the Mosuri ghost up to 11 months before encountering it. While Flameng's circumstances were rare, not unprecedented, the previous victims had all met their demise within the same year of their encounter, whereas Flameng had crossed paths with the ghost last year. He had even sought the sanctuary of the clergy before the New Year's festivities. Although less than a year had passed since Flameng's encounter with the ghost and his subsequent suicide, it was an unprecedented delay compared to other cases. Could this blood aura be responsible for protecting Flameng, causing the ghost to repeatedly postpone its actions? Chermy Boris was a true angel, devoid of power due to the perfect seal, but possessing remarkable insight and knowledge. Chermy Boris replied, "It instills fear and repulsion in the ghost, but it holds no power of its own. For you, it could be a key. A key? The key to a hidden chamber in the Fourth Epoch Trier? You will inevitably enter there. It is your destiny. both treacherous and serendipitous, awaits. What does... Okay, I've heard that word like serendipitous several times. I actually don't know what it means. Occurring or discovering by chance in a happy or beneficial way. Okay, so good and bad things both await you, basically. I like chewing on ice, okay? Don't judge me. Boris responded. Rather than remaining passive, it would be wiser to explore proactively, leveraging the insights gained from each venture to prepare yourself. Aren't you revealing your intentions too quickly? Lumin chuckled. Are you trying to hasten my demise so that you may utilize the unique underground environment to block the signals of the collapsing seal and ensure your own escape? Without awaiting Boris's response, Lumin left the room and made his way to the nearest washroom, eager to wash off the mythical makeup that concealed his identity. Having eliminated the threat, Lumin settled at the wooden table and began to write. It was clear that both Fomeng and the Earth Blood Ore were extraordinary cases. He couldn't simply follow Boris's directives and had to consult Madame Magician. If he lacked knowledge and blindly followed the words of an angel tied to an evil deity, he may suffer dire consequences. Can you truly trust this magician, as they claim? They sealed me within your body instead of seeking my eradication. I fear they have ulterior motives, intending to exploit you. They cast you into this place, the very heart of the storm, yet they displayed no concern and made no inquiries of your well-being. You do not find this suspicious? Can you truly consider it mere training? Have you never deceived or manipulated others, relying solely on your status to achieve your goals? Lumin smiled. Would you like me to purchase you a copy of The Art of Persuasion? Allow me to enlighten you. Such tricks wouldn't have ensnared me during my early teenage years. I'm well aware of those I can depend on, and my adversaries. Boris fell silent, contemplating whether to acquire the art of rhetoric. Boris is like, shit, the boy is right, I'm not good at this. Wait, good work, Uth. Lumin swiftly penned a letter to Madame Magician detailing the recent developments. In due time, a reply arrived. I am relieved to see that you remain cautious and didn't trust Boris's words, but there is some truth to what he has said. The ore lacks inherent power, but it carries remnants of unknown auras and characteristics, mostly dissipated. Though it will not aid you directly, it does seem destined to bring about certain encounters, which could be either beneficial or detrimental. Its current state is chaotic, making it difficult to provide an accurate representation. What Boris intentionally misled you about is the fortuitous encounter he spoke of may not necessarily occur in the Fourth Epoch Trier, but somewhere underground altogether. If in the future you wish to explore the potential encounters and are prepared to take risks, carry it with you when you venture into the underground Trier. Alternatively, if you seek to avoid the risk, keep it stored in your room. The symbolic elements I mentioned previously have already begun to unfold. The friend of mine mentioned that he possessed great proficiency in deciphering such matters. Once he completes his task, I will arrange for you to meet him. A blaze erupted in Lumin's mind and his hands, reducing the letter to ash. Contemplating the word of both Madame Magician and Boris, Lumin couldn't help but believe that the Earth Blood Ore before him could trigger some kind of mutation when underground. It could lead to a fortuitous encounter, or claim his life. For now, it is best not to take such risks. As a Sequence 7, he had overcome any deficiencies in both close-quarter combat and long-range attacks. He had surpassed the limitations of a normal person. However, hunters often lean more towards conventional battle and lack the peculiar abilities and methods to deal with the peculiarities of underground Trier. Lumion decided to wait until he had fully digested the pyromaniac potion and obtained the contractee boon. Then he would consider carrying the Earth Blood ore based on the information he had gathered. It would be even better if he could transform the Shadow Branch into a mystical item before. Suppressing his thoughts, he took the mineral to the Rue de Blue Blanche and concealed it in his safe house. Before the afternoon sun waned, he delved into Aurore's grimoire, studying its contents alongside Franca's teaching, and his own experiences with the fire spells. After more than an hour, Lumion stumbled upon a section about summoning a creature from the spirit world and forging contracts. His mind turned to white paper, Aurore's contracted creature. A fragile spirit entity possessed the ability to withstand a specific ability of a contractor. I wonder if the contract between Aurore and white paper has been severed. According to the notebook, aside from the designated ritual, the contract can only be broken if one of the party dies. Regrettably, contracted creatures can only be summoned by the contractor and not by others like a messenger. Or I could utilize white paper to determine if Aurore has died. Is it possible Aurore left behind any information with white paper? Lumion, lost in thought, shifted his mind to another matter. Considering that Aurore gained clarity and assisted him in cutting up the blue book, resembling letters, seeking aids from the authorities and seeking her initial response. Could he summon the messenger of the curly-haired baboon society, Hela, and seek her counsel? In Hela's earliest response to me, she seemed unaware of the situation. What prevented Aurore from making such an attempt? Could it be that she did summon a messenger and Hela is concealing it? Lumi narrowed his eyes. Without any accompanying memories, he couldn't discern the source of the problem. For now, he wasn't overly suspicious of Hela, believing there must be another explanation. It was worth noting that Hela's messenger knew Lumion's location. If the woman truly entangled in Cordu's affair and played a dishonorable role, she would wish to eliminate the final survivor. Yet all this time, she had not only refrained from making moves, but also provided knowledge and suggestions. For a moment, Lumion considered writing down his question and sending them to Hela to gauge her response, but restrained himself, fearing that it may expose the king's new clothes. He decided to first have the conversation with Franca and gather her opinions from the curly-haired baboons research society and the tarot club regarding Hela's trustworthiness. If Franca believed Hela to be reliable and shared information about the curly-haired baboon society with her major arcana card, Lumion would request Madame Magician to keep a watchful eye before sending inquiries. He forced himself to regain composure and resume studying. Only when evening arrived did he leave Rue de Blue Blanche, making his way to Avenue de Marche and entering Salle de Balbry. "Good evening, boss," greetings echoed from all directions as Lumion nodded. Before he could settle in the cafe, René, the dance hall manager, approached. "Monsieur Ciel, Monsieur Martin requests your presence at Rue de Fontaine tomorrow at 10 a.m. Interesting. He was taken aback that gardener Martin had sent for him despite the lack of recent incidents. Yet he couldn't help but feel a sense of joy at the prospect of further interaction with Martin and the opportunity to gather his trust and join the Iron and Blood Cross Order. Let's go! Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. 5 chapters. I know you guys want to say that's bare minimum or whatever. That's fine. But hey, good stuff. And there's still time. Still time in the afternoon. If maybe we want to read a couple more chapters. Maybe we want to play a game or something. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I think we'll end it there. For real this time. I'll catch y'all probably tomorrow. Chance tonight, but if we do tonight, it's probably just going to be to play some like video games or something. Maybe I really should play the fucking Elden Ring DLC. It's kind of crazy I haven't played it until now. So maybe I work on that. I don't know. Hey, Uth, you have a fucking cheat code on that one, buddy, so you should gotta ping him. Alright, guys, have a good rest of your weekends. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, I guess.